Hey everyone, Richard at Apocalypse One. Today we're going to talk a little CMEs, EMPs, and I'm going to show you how I put together a Faraday cage. Stick around. So what is a CME? Well, a CME is a coronal mass ejection. And what that is a large expulsion of plasma and magnetic field from the corona of the sun. And this will travel through space and it can shoot billions of tons of material through space. It can affect satellites, planets, electronics here on Earth. And I have to tell you that if you're looking for information on this, the best place I have seen has got to be BP Earthwatch. And I will leave a link to it down in the description below. He has great information on this. So the other question is what's an EMP? Well, an EMP is an electromagnetic pulse. And this is created by exploding a nuclear weapon high above the Earth's atmosphere. And this in turn creates magnetic fields, which will also destroy electronics, satellites, whatever. And this can go for miles. It can take out an entire continent. So today, we're going to work on putting together a Faraday cage so you can protect those electronics from a CME or an EMP. So let's get started on it. Okay, so for this project, we're only going to need a few things. You're going to need some sort of metal container with a lid. In this case, we're going to use a small galvanized garbage can. You're going to need some foam. This one here is 1 inch, something you would use for like furniture or stuff like that. And some metal tape. That's it. So to get started, we're going to need to remove from this can, if I can open it, we're going to need to remove from the can all of the penetrations that go through the can, like the handle and the rivets that go through here. So let me take care of that and we'll be right back. Okay, so once you have all of the things off, like the handles, all that, you're ready to go. So we're going to open this up right here. You can see it's just a plain, ordinary garbage can. And then we're going to take our foam and we're going to set this right on top here in the corner so we don't waste that much. We're just going to draw an outline around this thing, hopefully. Hopefully it works, I don't know. There we go. And we're just going to cut this out. And we're going to stick this inside so that it creates a non-conductive barrier between the can and whatever electronics you decide to put in here. You can put radios, phones, whatever you want to put in here, communication devices, whatever you want to protect from an EMP or a CME. Personally, I think the biggest threat is probably an EMP. And we're going to set this right in the bottom, just like so. Just like that. So you got a little barrier between whatever you put in here. And then we're going to cut for the inside as well. The reason I say that I think EMPs are more of a threat is that the Russians have been working on EMP technology since the 60s, so they're pretty well versed in it, and they're not exactly what I would call friends right now. So let's see here. Get a rough estimate of where we're going here. Set this over here for now. So it looks like it's a little short there, but that's okay. We can fill it in. It's not a big deal. So we're just going to go along the top here, cut it along the top, so that it fits on the inside of this here. Like so, and you can see that there's still a little gap here. We're going to fill that in right quick here. You definitely want to create a barrier. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you definitely want to create a barrier in here to protect your equipment. Pull this top off here. There we go. That's how we look so far. And of course, we're going to have to do the lid as well. Let me move this over here. I don't think it's going to fit on here, but we'll check. Oh, it's a little short. Okay. So just like the bottom, we're going to just set this on top and trace around it so that we have something to go at. It helps to use the pointy end. We'll just go around the edge here. Just like so. Voila. All right, and we'll cut this out. And the size of the container really doesn't matter. It's just however big you think you need for whatever it is you're protecting. So, you think you need a bigger one? Get a bigger one. You don't need anything quite that big, get a smaller one. Whatever works for you. There we go. We're going to fit this in here. Perfect. And then we can set this right on top after you put whatever it is you're trying to protect inside. Put the lid down. And then you're going to notice that you still have these holes in your container. So we need to seal those up. And to do that, we're going to use the metal tape. And this is HVAC tape. You can get it at any big box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. Trim that off, and then we're just going to trim some pieces that'll fit over these openings so we can cover them up. And you want to, when you make these holes here, you want to make sure they're kind of flat because you don't want to poke holes in your tape. And then it just goes right on there. Cover it up. You want to get it as flat as you can get it. Make sure that thing is sealed, just like that. Perfect. Do the other one. Okay, so we're going to just cover these up right here as best we can. Make sure that there's no gaps. Perfect. So then the next thing we need to do is go around the edge here and make sure that's sealed so nothing goes in through there. And so what happens is if there's a CME or an EMP, all your equipment will be protected, and then once everything is settled down, you can open it back up and your equipment will be ready to go. Okay, so we just want to put this over the slip. This, you may have to do more than one pass with this, which is fine. Just push it on there. Try and seal it. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do more than one. Try and get this as flat as you can. You want to make sure that you try and get all of these gaps out of there. You don't want to a way in for that electromagnetic pulse to get in there. As much as I can. And be careful when you do this because, like for instance, this garbage can here has a little oil coating on the outside, so you might want to make sure to wipe this thing down really well before you put this on here. You don't want it to just slide off. Obviously, this is not going to be good enough to keep everything out, so we're going to go back over this one more time to make sure we've really got a good seal on here. Ready? Okay, so we're just going to stick this right on here. Fill in this gap. And there you go. Perfect protection for all your electronic equipment. Probably cost me somewhere in the neighborhood of about $50 total for the garbage can, the tape, and the foam. Thanks for watching.